Okay, here we go. We're live on the beach, if you believe that. Anyway, just testing out my green screen again. This is kind of funky having a little live background. I wish I was there. Actually, personally, I would like to be sitting on a beach. If you're going to be quarantined somewhere, why can't we be on a beach together? Okay, no, we can't be together. We've got to be at least 6-7 feet apart and lots of sand in between us. As long as we're there and we have a nice mojito sitting at our side. Anyway, you know what I mean. Okay, so let's just go. This is an interesting presentation that I brought up. Actually, it was brought up by a friend of mine who asked lots of great questions, and thank you, Tony, for doing that. I'm going to share my my iPad. Who knew all this technology was going on here, that we could share screens from an iPad? And there we have it. That's from my iPad. It's amazing. There it is. So I brought up this conversation with him. We were talking about what's the difference between like a gold bar and what's called transactable gold. What the other term for transactable gold is small increment gold, or I sometimes call it fractional, which is what if you've been following some of the crypto Brux stuff, this is a small, like 1 gram, right down to, even if you see the other presentation was 0.1 grams. There's a 0.1 gram right on that screen. That is worth about $6-7 Canadian, maybe around there today. And up to, they have a 6 gram cash gold card, 5 gram cash gold cards. And we have a couple of different formats here. So what's the difference? Why? The other question is, why would I buy this type of gold? I mean, as opposed to buying a coin, like a collector coin or a maple leaf and stuff like that. And we'll see the different formats. I'm going to concentrate on these smaller transactable golds for now, because it's a great question. Tony, again, thank you for that. And so the question is, what's the difference between that and spot price? What's spot price do? And let me just turn my phone off. So what's the spot price of gold doing? And right now, spot price is this is today, so April 10th is when I'm doing this presentation. Spot price is at $16.85 US. And everything I'm going to talk about for this quick presentation is in US funds, because most of the markets and most comparisons operate in US funds. So when you do all of this stuff, just think US, and we'll do some exchange stuff to find out how it's set up. This is a spot gold price as of a couple hours ago. You can see it was at 1335, and that would be GMT. So that is London Exchange. And this is set up by Kitco, which is someone that I follow, or a group that I follow. That is and you can see on here, this is where the market stopped. If you've got a small enough screen or a big enough screen, you can see that's where the market stopped on one of the exchanges. The red one on there is probably the London Exchange, from what I can see. And that's where the weekend kicked in, because you've got to recognize that they only go they go 5 days a week. So, but the price where it hovered right at the end of the week, today is actually a holiday. So it is at $16.85 US. So that's what spot price. So spot price is on the spot. You get updates continuously during the day. You can trade on this. If you're a trader, you can do futures trading on this. That's not my thing. Again, disclaimer right up front. First of all, I need to always say this, that I'm not an advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not giving you gold advice from a professional standpoint. I am not a professional in this field. I am giving you my input on what I am doing and how to help you make your own wise choices. I'm giving you information so you can be educated on this and make a wise choice on your own. So I'm going to say that up front, just so you don't get confused with me being an expert in this field. The other disclaimer is I am not sitting on the beach somewhere and breaking the rules of self-isolation. I am still back in Canada. Sorry, I should be on the beach. I wish I was on the beach. I bet you all of you wished you were on the beach. Anyway, here we are, spot price. Now versus, so spot price, breaking that down to, there's 31.1 grams of gold in an ounce. So the spot price is in ounces, right? So 31 grams. So that breaks it down. So at today's price, it's 54.18 US dollars per gram. That's what spot price would be equivalent to if you could break it down by the gram. Okay. Now the question is, so why are the prices higher? Like I'm going to give you a screenshot here. I did give you a screenshot of JM Bullion, which is a very popular bullion dealer. And the astute in the crowd will notice something very interesting about this page. You can put your comments below in YouTube, and we'll see how astute people are. Anyhow, there's the average price amongst the bullion dealer is $65 US per gram. So why is it different than spot gold? What's the difference between it? Well, good question. And that was the question that Tony and I went through. And this is my good answer for it. We'll come back to the screen in a minute, but it's the production cost and the processing. It's actually taking it from, if you saw the first screen, you saw the gold bar, and it's taking that gold bar and breaking it down into the smaller increments, doing the validation or verification, the assay. You'll see on some of them, if you actually go to JM Bullion, you'll see that they have been assayed, which means that they have a certificate built into them that says that if someone presents this to you, they are validating that gold in there is 100%, like, or 99.99, you know what I mean, 24 karat gold. It's like right on there, and they're putting their insurance stamp on it, basically, to say that it's valid and you don't have to go have it re-assayed. Now, of course, if you walked in with a gold bar that had no markings on it and you walked into a bullion dealer, they're not just going to hand you cash and say, thank you for that gold. Again, it's like, I can be creative with spray paint, and you could too. I'm not saying I've ever done it. I wouldn't never do it. You know what I mean? But it has been done before. And so that's the whole point, is the alchemy to actually, which alchemy basically means transforming metals or transforming objects from, in this sense, your production cost is you actually, to get it to that 24 karat, the 99.99% pure, you have to process it. And so the smaller increments cost more to get it to that stage. So, and there's where the astute could pick up on this. Look at the small circles on there, out of stock, out of stock. The only one that's in stock right now, there's 2 of them that are in stock, and that was like 3 hours ago. I really doubt the 2.5 gram Swiss PAMP one, or 2.5 gram one on the far left is 162.62 US funds. Okay. And then the other one, which is for all the faint of heart, you have a 500 gram there for $28,000. So, you know, yeah. And again, would you go take that down to a dealer anyway? The rest of them are out of stock. It's like, what's going on? And we talked about this in the other video we did a couple of days ago. Everybody is panic buying all this gold, and so there's a lot of catch up going on. These bullion dealers are having a lot of trouble keeping stock in. I have seen a couple of times where they've had stock, and then 10 minutes later, bam, it's gone, because people are scooping it up, right, in this smaller format. So again, but did we go through why? So we've gone through why there's a little bit of a premium, right? It's about a 25% premium between spot price and the small increment gold, and I'll tell you how that works out in the end. So the answer to who's got gold, that's the question. Who sells gold right now? We do. It's the bottom line is the company that we work with, that I'm doing this presentation with, is called Carat Bars International. I will describe a little bit later about the company, just I'm not going to be on this very long. But they actually have stock in their gold, and they have it in the vault. It's not fictitious, or you're not buying a paper version of stock. You've heard of that. There's some rumors going around that when you buy into a paper or an ETF on gold, that there is actually not the gold there. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. We can't get into that. I'm not advising you, remember. But do you think that, you know, this German company is you know, if you had something in demand like toilet paper, let's talk about toilet paper for a second. If you had a truckload of toilet paper and you had been smart enough to go and buy that at $10 a package back, you know, before the panic began, how many of you right now would sell that to your neighbors and the people around you for $12? That's decent. That's 20% markup. That's probably what Costco does. They probably do a 15 to 20% markup on their products. Or would you be the guy that got caught in the parking lot at Costco reselling Costco toilet paper? How moronic was that? I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? Reselling toilet paper in the parking lot of Costco for the poor people that didn't buy that. And he was selling it for like, I don't know what. It was an outrageous amount. And man, they got tomatoes thrown at them. They got socially shamed. They got videos taken of them swearing at them, you know, blah, blah, blah. So if you had a bunch of gold and everybody was demanding gold right now, wouldn't you sell it at a premium right now? Come on, be honest. Wouldn't you out there be selling it at a premium right now? Wouldn't you go, this is my time to cash in and sell it? Well, personally, I'm not selling my gold. I want to buy more gold. But Carrot Bars, guess what their price is? No, they're not selling it at a premium. Here you go. There's where it is. Okay, remember, go back to that screen. Go back to that screen. What was the average price? Hang on, let's go back. There you go. Average price out in the bullion dealer was $65 US per gram. Okay. Fast forward to what Carrot Bars is selling it for right now, $66.62 US per gram. Okay. I'm applauding you right now, Carrot Bars, for not doing this. And I'm very thankful that they have the integrity. They're not price gouging right now. They're not driving it up because of demand. They're selling it at exactly what the price they always do, which is they have a formula that they take the spot price at plus their production cost and what it takes for them to put it into the market, and they move it according to the price of gold up and down. Okay. I applaud you. If I could, I'll thank you later on, Harold Zeiss and the company. Okay. So this is what it is. It's available. I logged in this morning and I got that price on the site. Okay. And this is April 10th. That's why the disclaimer says there's an asterisk there. It's being covered over by this little thing right here. But anyhow, it says that today's date is April 10th. And that was the price that I got on the Carrot Bars site. Okay. That's not a jump link. Don't go to carrotbars.com/cash gold price. That's just my reference. I'll have a link for you underneath in the YouTube video. Okay. So why would you buy from this company, except for the fact there's actually gold there? I mean, that should be a reason to buy, but why would you buy? And we went through this a little bit before. This company's been around since 2011. They own like 3 or 4, I can't get it straight yet. They were buying into, just before all this insanity hit, they were buying into another mine down in Brazil. I think that's still in the process. I'm not sure where it's at, but they own 25% of all these mines, and they basically are mining and processing gold continuously. So that's very important. They're a gold company primarily back in 2011. They've been around for that long. They continue to develop. They've had their bumps and their grinds. You can find lots of stuff on Google if you want to go slime through the sloshing muck. They've had a lot of stuff that they've gone through, but out of the pile of that ashes, they have kept going. That's the best part about this company. They have kept going through all the smear campaigns and the stuff and dealing with business partners that went wacky and stole coins and blah, blah, blah. They are still going and they're still selling gold without the premium prices. And this is why I love it that we're still in this group. I got in like 2.5 years ago. Thank you, Brian Olnick. I appreciate it. And here's the reasons why. Here's why you should be buying still from Carrot Bars, okay? Because first of all, it's free to sign up. There's no sign up fees. There's no monthly fees. There's no hidden costs. It's not like a scam where they get you involved and then they got your credit card and then all of a sudden you got all these hidden things like, oh, you had a monthly email cost to run your account. No, none of that stuff, okay? There's a whole system set up, jump links and everything. It's all set up. You don't have to do any of that stuff either, okay? This is what I'm saying. There's a lot of conversations I'm having with people about gold. Is that some of them, like, I won't say which nephew, but there's a nephew of mine that wants to buy into some gold. And so I'm saying just set up an account and you can buy in as little as like a 0.1 gram. Just start there. You can use your credit card to buy it. And then if you're in certain countries in Europe, you can actually use your debit card to do it. But right now in Canada, you can only use a credit card. So you just get in at whatever level you want. If you want to buy a gram of gold, great. There's the price. It was 66. What was that? That ends up being, because the US dollar is ahead, it's 93.07 a gram of gold right now in Canadian funds. Okay. Now there is, as I'm saying, there's no hidden fees. There is a there is a processing fee for doing it. It's not very much. It's like, I don't know how much it is, but it's tiny. And what it is they actually will store your gold there. That's not a fee. You don't pay that fee for them to store it. There's no fees for them to store it. It is being held there. The gold was in Singapore. From the announcement the company made, they have an agreement with a Swiss bank that is auditing and reporting continuously on the supply of gold that is being held in that vault on behalf of Carat Bars. And so you can see it. It's not there yet. This is all gearing up for June. But right now, you still have the free gold storage. It's just the audit is not online yet, but it will be shortly. So as I said, this company's been around since 2011. It's not like they're trying to, swindle a bunch of people. They have a long-standing history with gold, and I love it. If you don't want to have it in the free storage account, you can order it. FedEx will come deliver it to you. It's usually a 4 to 6 week waiting period to get it shipped. I just received some, again, an undisclosed quantity. I am not giving you my address, and I have some gold. Let me just say some gold, okay? Don't come look into my house. I live in Detroit, by the way. I just want to tell you, I'll give you my address later in Detroit. Okay, so you can have FedEx. FedEx dropped it off at my door, and that was like last week. And I was excited to actually have some physical gold in my hand, right? The other thing too is the ecosystem they have developed and continue to develop is brilliant, and it is evolving to a better and better level every day that I'm talking with these guys. And there's going to be some auto trading coming up where you can actually become a passive income earner through this auto trading system. There's also a point of sale K-merchant system that is coming online. It's currently online, but it's not fully engaged with the international banking system yet. It is lined up with cryptocurrencies only right now, and it will eventually have it, the K-merchant, so that you can walk in and purchase with a bunch of different types of cryptocurrencies or your gold. You can come in and buy something from a retailer. And I've talked with a few retailers. I have a few signed up at the start in Abbotsford and Chilliwack, but they're just waiting till they have the ability for it to be deposited directly into their bank account. And the brilliance of it is that it's going to be set up with no fees. There's no point of sale fees for this for the merchant. So someone comes in and buys $100 worth of product. It's $100 in Canadian funds or whatever country you're in, and it's deposited into your account. You see what I mean? Okay, so that's coming, and it's coming very soon. Gold exchange, and there will be a couple of other things that just make this whole thing brilliant. So anyway, I'm pretty much done my time. I'm gonna just sign off, and I may get another time where I'll get Brian on here and we'll chat with this a little bit more. I'm gonna put a link in the bottom, of course, underneath this video, or if this video is being shared by someone else that's in my group, and they'll put their link in the bottom. Just click on it. Register for an account. It'll say affiliate or customer. Doesn't matter. Affiliate is better to put it on. There's no fees for it either way. Affiliate just means like anything that you're getting a referral for it. So if you send it out and you say, hey, this is what I got signed up with, here, click on my link, then you get a small referral fee back for doing that. And everybody does that. Okay. Check the bottom of Amazon. You can be an Amazon referrer. And I don't know why more of us don't do this, but there's a bunch of links for Amazon products where you can send out that link, and whoever buys something on Amazon, you get a little bit of kickback from that as a referral fee. They go, thank you for advertising for us. It's the exact same thing. Okay. So it's very simple to set up. Verify your account. You can talk to me on the phone, and then you just go ahead and buy gold. And it's that simple. Okay. There you go. Welcome aboard. If you want to jump on this train with me, as I say, I've been doing it for 2.5 years. So we'll just get back into it when you want to, or step into this when you want to. I'm there to help you out with this. So that's all I've got for now. As I say, we'll get Brian back on here another time. And this should be posted on Brux and on Facebook page very soon. And then we'll catch you on the far side. Possibly I will be on a planet next time as opposed to being on a beach. We'll see what happens next time. All right. Have a good day, folks.